Welcome to A Race Down Memory Lane, your go-to source for unbiased NASCAR news. We're your hosts,
Lydia,
Cassandra,
and Vanessa Johnson.
Whoa,
that was cool.
So we are coming off of Kansas?
Yes?
Yeah, my brain's not right. Kyle Busch won the first stage, Hamlin won the second. If you want to see anything else, pause and read. We have
that
Truex
awful
Jr.
word next
won.
to Truex Jr.'s.
Oh, it's so painful. And you can see the green advanced and later the red eliminated.
Needless to say, we had a giant wreck. Look at some of the names in the top 10. Almirola, Buescher,
Earnhardt.
right?
Well, we knew they were going to rig it, but...
Oh my word.
Next.
Outside the top 10, we have Johnson in 11th, Boyer in 19th, Stenhouse Jr. in 29th, McMurray in 34th, Kenseth in 37th, and Larson in 39th.
So, if you notice, those who were eliminated were the very bottom of the proceedings.
Now, Larson went out with a blown engine, and I just thought his interview was a little interesting. You're gonna have to come out of the slides since it is. So, she's Larson, by the way.
You know what? You were supposed to ask me a question?
Yes, I was.
What is the question?
So, what were the first indications that your engine was going down the tubes? Or that wasn't actually what he said.
Well, our digital dash told us something was wrong, but we didn't believe it because, you know, in technology nowadays, it's... Seriously? That is their reaction. Seriously, they didn't pay attention to the digital dash because they thought it was acting up. I mean, seriously.
So often.
And then his engine blew.
Well, they came in once, and then I heard radio. It's like, they didn't see anything wrong, or didn't find anything wrong, and sent him back out there, and then it blew up, so.
Yeah.
Great.
Sometimes, trust electronics.
Never
Sometimes,
trust electronics.
Sometimes.
And our chase standings.
So these are after the round has been reset to 4,000 points for all the current chase drivers.
Yep. So
Plus their
Truex
bonus points.
is going to have to basically flop all 3 races to go out.
Which is not possible because it is in
So he's
Martinsville.
basically locked in to
Homestead.
In Texas and Phoenix. I can't believe it's finally time.
We had... Oh, hi. Hey! I actually won predictions this time. This is awesome.
Why do I always
Lydia came in
picture
last.
myself as 10
Vanessa
years old?
won picks. That was...
Impressive.
Anyway.
The 10 next to the
Cumulative
Vanessa.
score, it's still oldest to youngest in both.
Lowest score wins. We're
Yeah,
getting
lowest score
closer.
wins.
We're getting closer.
Yeah.
Someday
I
we're
had
just
you
gonna
by a
do
good
an average.
150 earlier in the season. And actually, what's not seen is our anonymous contributor is also getting close to me. I think I'm about
Yeah.
40 points ahead of
Who
him
cares about
being the neutral gender.
him or her?
So,
Anyway.
there's something we wanted to... So what are our... We have 8 drivers left in the chase right now. And we will have 4 at Homestead. In between now and then, we have
hopefully
Martinsville
Hamilton,
next
Elliott,
week,
and Johnson.
Texas the week after, and Phoenix is the eliminator race for the round of 8. So, what does that tell you?
Ow! What?
Everyone's
I was
freaking
not
out.
listening.
And okay, so if you're on social media, NASCAR or anything like that, I'm on Facebook, as annoying as it is. And so the whole NASCAR world has been lit up because apparently Larry Mack said that he would rank Jimmy Johnson as 8th out of the 8 drivers that are currently in the chase.
Really? With Martinsville and Texas?
I know. And it's like, yes, maybe to this point.
Well,
But if you have Martinsville and
Johnson.
Texas 2 weeks in a row,
Johnson
it's
is
Johnson
gonna foul
and
up.
Texas. People.
I know, but Johnson is gonna foul up. I mean, seriously, what happened like 2 years ago?
Right. A $5 part at Dover. We're past Dover. And hopefully they've learned from the $5 part experience. But Yeah, things like that can happen. Look at Larson. Engine blew. He went in, 26 points above the cut line?
Something like that.
He would have been fine if he finished the race, pretty much.
But think, Johnson, I mean, seriously, he won heroically at Martinsville, and he went on to win the championship, but that was kind of just a coincidence because Joey Logano and Carl Edwards had that little thing.
And you don't think we're going to have any heavy fighting at the end of Homestead.
But think about Jeff Gordon. He just lurked in the back the whole time and retired incredibly disappointed. So,
Oh.
Incredibly disappointed.
he won Martinsville heroic and was heroically, and he was so excited, and then he got to Homestead. The drive for 5 is kind of died.
Okay.
So anyway, pay attention to the races that are in the next round. No offense, Larry Mack, but Johnson's not out of this yet. Is he struggling? Yeah, but so are the other 6 or 7 that aren't Kyle Busch and Martin Truex Jr.
Mm-hmm.
So
We better get it.
Yeah,
Hop
moving
yeah,
on.
so we've got our chase brackets as far as predictions go for the chase. So let me show you on mine since it's kind of small-ish. So here's our on the left here. Ignore the crossouts for a moment. Are the 8 drivers that are are the 8 drivers that are in the round of 8 already? I crossed out the 2 that I missed and then put what I put in their place and then my prediction champion over here. So I missed Blaney and Elliott made it. I didn't think they would, and I put Larson and Kenseth in there instead. And my champion is still alive, Martin Truex Jr.
Oh, we didn't even get into the whole Kenseth thing.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there.
I
Do
don't
this
want
first.
to do it.
So I have-
to do it.
I have the exact 8 that are still alive. Can you see that? I don't know. Except Blaney is in. I didn't have Blaney in. I had Larson in. So I'm 1 point off.
Elevate a little bit.
Sorry.
I think it cuts off a
I
little bit.
don't know.
I have a feeling
don't know
I've been
either,
cut
but-
off this video.
And then Larson was my champion, so we know I'm gonna have at least 2 more negative points against me. So bye.
let me guess. I am like right here, and she has a major gap next to her.
I don't know. We may get strong.
But
trying
hey,
to adjust
I mean,
this.
you know what I'm.
If you feel like you need to squish in, kiddo.
But you can't see my beautiful hair.
Ah,
I can't squish in any farther.
which tells me we're fine.
It's supposed to be on the
Okay,
Never
show
mind.
us your chase bracket, please.
Anyway, so same thing.
Ouch.
The column on the left is the drivers that made it into the.
Round of 8.
That's something you usually forget. The round of 8, and these are the drivers I put in there instead. You gotta expect Kenseth to be in there, but I was a little crazy with Kurt Busch. And if it hadn't been for Larson's engine, he would win the championship. And speaking of the championship, I kind of predicted him, so.
Oh yeah.
Eek.
Well. We had a discussion about Larson. If he gets to Homestead, he's gonna win. That if is a very big factor. Okay.
Yeah.
So, how did Kenseth get eliminated?
Oh.
Wow.
Excuse me, I'm gonna go cry.
So,
Keep explaining.
That was a very, very painful experience for me.
is the rule there? Yes. Does the rule need to be enforced? Yes. Is it a stupid rule? Yes.
Yes.
We said that when they came out with it. This is nothing new.
So in
Go
case you
watch
didn't-
our pre-season videos,
In
will
case
you?
you didn't watch the race, the rule was that you can't have more than 6
Pit crew members.
pit crew members over the wall during the 5-minute crash clock,
It's
which
at
is also
any
a
time.
stupid idea.
It's a
Right.
six crew members at any time. It's a pit crew safety thing. You can't have 30 guys over the wall when everyone's trying to come down pit road. That's dangerous. Someone's gonna get hurt.
So the normal
Don't get
penalty
me
for
going.
the more
on
normal
the-
penalty for the too many men over the wall is you restart at the end of the line. No big deal. You drive through all the Dale Earnhardt Juniors and Danica Patrick's, which is quite dangerous, but still.
Oh, but Dale Earnhardt Jr.
I'll get
is
there.
unique.
Hey,
You lose maybe a lap at the beginning, fight to get your lap back.
And, there's a little penalty, but then they changed this that during the 5-minute crash clock...
Which is also a stupid rule.
Mm-hmm.
If you have too many men over the wall, it's an automatic DNF. So...
Go to the garage. You're done. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
It's just painful. It's like... Because the guy who was there, the 7th man over the wall, checked, and... When he went over, it was because the one guy on the other side was ducking down to deal with the tire or something, and he couldn't see him. So
That's why you need to when you jump
doesn't
over,
change
you
the
need to
fact
make
that they had
an
7 men
initial
over the wall.
count,
Yes,
and
it's
nobody
true.
ever jumps over. I mean, seriously, it was one dude, and it.
That's tough. There was a lot of confusion. They thought there might be a red flag coming up. It was under caution. They wanted to get as much as they could done, and it backfired.
It was awful.
So
We
he's
thought
out of
he
the chase.
survived, but I don't think any rule should constitute a DNF.
No.
No, just let them race.
I would say, like, if you're intentionally wrecking people dangerously, like
that's true,
Stewart
yeah.
often did, I would say you should be removed from the race
but
for that.
Right.
not a technical thing, like too many men over the wall. Like, seriously, that's awful.
I hate to say it, but I see the day in probably a year or two where they're going to make that a permanent rule. Too many men over the wall, you're out of the race. I don't want to see that day, but I think it's coming.
Yeah,
Honestly. That's my cynical view on life in general.
it's depressing.
How much you
forgot
want to
to
bet I'm
erase.
more cynical?
I don't think so.
Well, you always tell me to be an optimist in NASCAR races and
Who, me?
football games. I mean, seriously, you say that, oh, stop it, he has a chance, and then, what do you know, DNF?
Anyway,
He
That was a
had
rabbit trail.
chance before he put too many men over the wall.
no, before his crew
Yeah.
had too many men over the wall.
Yes, but the 20
I
car in general.
Flipping my hat up, but the reason I'm wearing a hat is to hide my hair, and that doesn't work when I'm flipping it up.
Fake
Oh, I
tips.
see. So, do we have anything else we want to discuss? I feel like there was something we're missing.
Yeah.
They just watched Christopher Bell win the truck Xfinity race. Yeah, first Xfinity win, and it was awesome because, well, I like Eric Jones, and I kind of like how he handled
I
it.
said,
But
create a separate video for Xfinity if you want.
that's what I was considering. I mean, it may come out as
Yeah,
Hey, pay
I'm
me
booked
$10
that
and
day.
I'll edit for you.
I'm booked that day. Sorry.
seriously.
Okay,
It was
so
awesome.
I feel like we're missing something from Cup Series.
Yeah, I do. I know. What,
Who else
what are
got
we missing?
eliminated? Well, Stenhouse hit the wall.
Yeah, big surprise there.
I
Very
don't even
gracefully.
remember that.
Who was
Honestly,
the other
it's
guy
so
got
far out
eliminated?
of my mind.
Kenseth, Larson.
McMurray.
Oh,
McMurray.
McMurray. That was...
And apparently he was
Fun.
the
Yeah.
first person.
It was the big wreck.
Suarez was the first person
Right.
that Jones
These
hit.
announcers have
seriously,
no clue. NBC,
You
oh my
have
goodness.
to watch.
You're talking over each other
Seriously.
again.
So,
The skill of comprehension is important in broadcasting.
1,
You see something, you
blue,
report it.
orange.
I mean, seriously, like, McMurray is driving with his hood all the way up over the windshield and spinning out, and you think that Suarez is the first person he hit?
Anyway, so that was who spun. That was
Jones.
There you go.
Way
Yeah.
to listen.
Thank
She
you.
just said that.
Oh. I was
Again,
getting ahead. So what I was gonna say is eventually we will commentate on portions of a race for you to show you our commentary style. Because we think we do it a lot better than NBC. Maybe not quite. Yeah, probably better than Fox.
Well, NBC
That's just us.
keeps
It's
it
our opinion.
flowing.
But
We
it might
make
be funny.
random, hilarious comments.
all at once and then long periods of dead air. So actual TV broadcasting would not
like
be
our
our
first
thing,
video. Like, talking over each other.
which you'll get to see eventually as
Yes.
well. We're gonna
Throwback
post that
or
during
during
Oh,
the
it was
off-season.
awful.
We don't know, but
I had no sense of style.
it'll be
back
interesting. We had our
Sense of
anonymous
style.
person
then. I
pop
had
in.
my hair like plastered and tightened like a weird football helmet greased down. It was weird.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're getting off on
Your
weird
voice
rabbit
was
trails,
very
but
Yeah,
yeah,
it was.
that was funny. So that
was
was
a
the
long
giant
rabbit
wreck.
trail.
Took out a lot of folks, and that's how people like Almirola and Busher ended up in the top 10.
Mm-hmm.
And Earnhardt.
I was thinking that I
Oh,
would
another
do-
note. Okay, Johnson spun twice, managed an 11th place finish. That was pretty
His
impressive.
save during that wreck was incredible.
That is incredible. He managed
I
to plow
know.
through the grass without entirely damaging his splitter.
That's what Sadler did in the race. He spun out and he backed into the grass when he knew he would have spun around and ruined his splitter. So it was very smart driving, and I know I've said this before, but Sadler is the Johnson of Xfinity.
But, so Johnson spun twice. You're in 2 sets of tires. You know who's complaining about tires? Arnott Jr.
Yeah.
And you wonder why he goes through crew chiefs like he does. Anyway, so I think we
because
better...
their crew chiefs like toilet paper.
We better...
Sorry. Let's close this out.
We
This has
better-
been a scatterbrained race down memory lane. Your
go-to source for unbiased NASCAR news.
See you next week.
Come back for pre-Martinsville.
Hopefully.